introducing today, my name is DBoss. We're introducing today the Social Impact Challenge, and the only person that can tell you right about it is Clarke.
Hey, glad to be here. Thank you very much. So I'll talk a little bit about the challenge.
Yes.
So we created a challenge for the corporate world because everyone's looking now, 62% of all companies are focused on these 17 sustainable development goals. They're referred to most of the time as just SDGs.
Okay.
And in 2015, the UN got together with a number of their partners, and they created this list of 17 sustainable development goals that they want to basically attack and address and eradicate by the year 2030.
Right.
So we put this program together so that the companies could really get involved. And it's a program, it's called the Social Impact Challenge. It allows companies to engage all of their employees. And at that time, they can go and do a number of these challenges. So, they can feed people, they can pick up trash for the climate, they can do all these different things.
So all those different things are involved.
They're all on the platform. It's a really cool platform we designed. So they can go in literally and everybody can get engaged. It doesn't leave, there's nobody that will not be able to get engaged, because it doesn't matter if you're for feeding or poverty or climate or whatever, there's challenges in there that you can get around.
Right.
And that's the beauty of the program, right? So that's how we designed it that way. We had rolled out a couple of others, team building that was exclusively on feeding and things like that. And we got this great feedback back. So we redesigned this whole thing. We're so excited about it. And how it works is, you sign up. It's a $2,947 for a company to sign up.
Right.
They get all of their employees engaged. And then through this program, they get a social impact score. It runs for the entire month.
A score meaning?
A score meaning that what's the social impact score of all of the things that you guys did,
okay, and
divided by the number of people you've got. So you get a company score, which can be benchmarked now, but then it can also be compared against other countries right across, or other companies right across the country. So the cool thing about that is now, as these millennials and now even the Zeds come in,
yes,
and they're doing all of this stuff for, they're being interviewed. One of the questions they're asking employers, they go through the interview and then they go, okay, we're going to offer you the job. What questions do you have for us? One of the big questions today is, okay, what's the social impact that your company's doing?
Okay.
How are you measuring that? How is it engaged by the companies?
Right.
The old days of cutting checks to charities are simply gone.
So those cutting checks and all that's the manual stuff. No.
Yeah, well, yeah. And the other thing is that charities today, and we're not knocking charities, but it's very tough for them to measure impact.
Right.
So employees, especially millennials, are saying, hey, I want to measure the impact that we're doing. So we've given them, as far as I know, the real first tool to do that, and that they're all engaged. So at the end of the month, the first one's running in November, runs for the whole month. You can get engaged anywhere you want. But at the end of the month, you get your social impact score. You share that with your employees. Some companies have even told us, hey, if we want to improve our score, can we do another one like 3 months later? Yes, you can. So
it lasts for every 3 months.
It lasts for 1 month.
1 month.
So it's just 1 month, but then they can go and do it. There's one every month.
Okay.
So they can whatever month we wanted to do this, so that if they said, well, November's not good, or let's say January or February is not good, could we do it in March? Yes, there's one running every month.
So what's the benefits of a company doing that? What kind of benefits, or do they get any write-offs or anything like that?
Yeah, so the cool thing about that is that companies today are massively looking for ways to engage employees,
okay,
ways to attract and retain millennials. One of the things that often gets overlooked is that retention of employees today is a major problem. Millennials are leaving every 2.5 years. That's extremely expensive for a business owner.
Okay.
They have to turn over staff like that.
Train again.
Exactly. So they want to do, and it's expensive. So they want to do things that makes it fun, makes it, it's a great company to work for. But more importantly, and we've done all the research on this, we're partnering with Google to do this,
mm-hmm,
is they want to feel proud about where they're working.
Okay.
And there's no better way to do it. It's not about the size or how much money they're making or whatever. Today, for these young people, it's about the impact that they're making. So
Okay.
when they can say, hey, we've got this social impact score that's in the top 10% of all companies across Canada.
Right.
That is going to be a cool thing.
So that's going to be something that
That's
they're
where
going
they'll
to
be able to do that. And so now companies, after they've done our challenge and new people coming in, they can say, yeah, we scored the top 10% of all companies in Canada for a social impact score. And so that's going to be a real cool measurement. But it's the first time where you can really measure your impact and get scores, benchmark it, improve on it over, like I said, they're paying for this program, but as they progress, some companies have already said, could we do it like every 6 months or whatever? We're giving them discount to do that. Of course you can.
Discounts.
Yeah, we give them 50% off every time they use it after they pay for the first one.
Okay.
And again, most companies have said to us.
So is it an individual? So if suppose they offer that to their employees and stuff like that, how would that, does everybody have to pay the two something?
No, so the company pays the $2,947 to enter all of their people in there.
Okay.
Yes. Most of the challenges, there are some challenges. For example, we've created this great program about ending hunger in North America.
Right.
So that costs $39.70 a month. That provides 30 meals. They can go and do that and get a lot of social impact in their scores. But they also get a discount app where they're saving thousands of dollars. So we've included in that all these different programs.
So the company helps pay down that.
So the company basically pays the whole $29.40.
Right.
It's a company program, and then what it's really about the employee and what challenges they want to take up. Okay. And you'll find now we're already talking to some companies and employees that are saying, well, we're going to have a challenge amongst ourselves to see who the top person in our company. There'll be leaderboards of all the people. All right. So the more challenges you do, the more points you get, the higher up in the leaderboard. Some companies are implementing actual prizes for the top people. So they're going to have a lot of fun with it, which is how you want to engage these young people today. Okay. You want to have fun. You want to get them going. So that's what they can
do different ones like the hunger. If you can feed the children for
they're all on there.
Meal 133, 133
a meal, 30 meals, $39.70 a month, and all those challenges. So they can go in. They'll have the platform. On the platform, there's on average in each program there's 10 challenges. Okay. So you can go in and pick any. Somebody. I remember one of the reasons we changed this whole thing is because one of the feedback came back was like, I really care about feeding, which is really our model originally, right. But I'm more focused on the climate. Right. So we're like, okay, well then why don't we redo this? Instead of making it a ending hunger, why don't we allow them to have challenges that are really focused on them, that they're happy, that they're really passionate about. So they can do that. They can also feed if they want. They can do as many as they want. Okay. And of course, the more they do, the more individual points they get. And subsequently, they can win the challenge in their own company. Okay, well,
that sounds really good, Stephen. That program, the Social Impact Challenge, and a lot of people encourage a lot of people to get involved. I'm in the Social Impact Challenge, and for DBoss, DBN Network, so I encourage that. Yeah, y'all want to be in it? Just contact me, let me know, and stuff like that. But Stephen, I thank you today for coming to explain that to everybody, so everybody know what it is. It's once per month, engaging the people and the younger people, the youth, because those are the people that are going to make the change today, correct?
Absolutely. And for a company, improving culture, doing all the different things that this program is going to do for them, it's an amazing challenge. So my message is, take the challenge. You won't be sorry.
Take the challenge. All right. Thank you for tuning in today.